Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Gadmode, and today we will be doing an unboxing and a quick review of the massive 6.4-inch device offering from Xiaomi, which is the Mi Max. So to begin with, this is the first 6.4-inch device from Xiaomi, and we got this phone from Sparsha Telecom. So basically Sparsha Telecom is a mobile showroom in Kanakpura Main Road, Bangalore. So the thing about this shop is that they give along with the phone some basic goodies. For example, I got this selfie stick along with the phone, and we got this at around 1000 rupees, less than the online pricing. Now coming to the box contents, the box itself looks very much massive. The reason is very much obvious, that the phone size is massive, so you will require a big box to cover it. So on the back side of the box we can see the Made in India label along with the Mi Max specifications, wherein it's written it supports LTE and everything. So let's just open this box, and there it is. The phone, it's like a big phablet. The reason why this is being called as a phablet is pretty much obvious. That's because of the screen size, and if you look at it, it is very much looks like a mini tablet. So even if the weight is taken into consideration, it is very much lightweight and the build quality looks premium. So there are reasons, obvious reasons as to why you should be buying this, but I'll be telling that as the video continues on. And for the time being, let's have a look at the contents of the box. So here we have the user manual and all, and then we have the SIM card ejector tool, and then you have this normal micro USB charger, like it's a data cable, and then the charger adapter. The sad part is that this adapter does not support quick charging. Okay, so let's see one more box. Okay, that looked like the earphone piece, but sadly there's no earphone that comes along with this phone. So coming to the build and design of the phone, as I said earlier, the build quality is very much premium. It looks good, and you have all the switches on one side of the phone, like the power button and the volume rockers. So let's just remove the plastics and all from the surface of the phone, and as you can see here, you have this metallic build quality towards the back side of the phone, and it looks very elegantly built. You have the capacitive touch buttons towards the bottom of the screen, and you can see that we are able to hold the phone in one hand, but the operation part, it would not be much practical. And then we have this fingerprint sensor that's placed on the back of the phone. So that is something that is probably to balance the handling of the phone, like for example, taking the dimensional aspect of the phone, it would be much more easier to operate a fingerprint sensor from the back of the phone rather than operating it from the front, because this is a 6.4-inch device. Now coming to the bottom, we have dual speaker setup, in between which we have the USB charging port. On the top there is a 3.5mm jack with an IR blaster and a noise cancellation port. On the left we just have the SIM card slot with no other buttons above or below it. The rest of the buttons are on the right hand side, where we have this power button and the volume rocker. So these look well placed on the sides, and honestly speaking, the build quality of these buttons are very much impressive. I mean, it's not just plastic, they are well built. Now coming to the back, we have the fingerprint sensor and a 16 megapixel shooter with dual LED flash. On the front we have the 5 megapixel front facing camera with the capacitive buttons on the bottom, as we had said it before. Now coming to the display is a 6.44-inch immersive display with 1920 into 1080 resolutions and a PPI of 342. So that's a massive count. I mean, it's like a 4K resolution in a phone, which is very much impressive when you are looking at the price range at which you are getting this phone. And the one more biggest feature of the screen is that this is having 2.5D curved glass display. So the gentle sloping edges of the 2.5D curved glass meet seamlessly with the metal edge. and also this is protected with Gorilla Glass 3. With the specifications being described, we'll now have a look at the software and the user interface, and by the time this gets loaded, you can have a look at the specifications on the screen. In the meantime, I'll be telling you the reason which I had mentioned earlier in the start of the video about the reasons that why you should be buying this phone. So the main reason is like the price point at which it is being sold. You get a massive 6-inch full HD display screen phone with a Snapdragon 650 processor for just rupees 15,000 online. So this is something like very much above par at consideration when you look at the value for money factor. So, and the second part is the performance, where this phone excels when compared to its other competitors like the Lenovo Fab 2 and all. So now coming to the user interface, it's very much smooth and very much easy to use and understand. The icons are beautifully placed and crafted, the edges are smooth, and if you look at the whole user interface, it's like butter. There is no lag and there is no performance glitch as such which you can notice and complain about, because the 3GB RAM and the 650 Snapdragon processor does a job very well, that which is very much visible in the performance. So basically all the MI phones run on the MIUI. Now MIUI is well known for its customization options and the various level of user friendliness that it offers. So this one is having MIUI 8, and this is based on Android 6.0, and the main features of this MIUI are like you have this currency, weight and height and conversion unit pre-installed in this MIUI, and the gallery view is very much impressive. It means like your photo albums are arranged automatically as per the date, and you have then the panoramic views for the panoramic photos in a separate kind of adjustment, and again you have the professional photo and video editing softwares that are inbuilt, and the redesigned notes are there. So, and the one more best feature about the MIUI is that you can create dual apps. Now this means that you can create and sign in into dual accounts for any app, including WhatsApp, Facebook and many more like that. And again you have the second space option. So second space is a accessibility option that the phone provides for using different passcode or fingerprints to access different profiles with its own different kind of wallpaper, apps, files and photos. So basically it's kind of different user profile like the one we see in the Windows operating systems and all. So that's very much a good option when you are handing over your phone to someone, and at the same time create a privacy for your personal data. So it's like you can switch the user and then hand over the phone, which will be very much like a security feature when it comes to the security of your data. Now this thought will definitely go through your mind that with all these features included in the UI, this might be consuming much more RAM and battery, but believe it or not, this phone has a 4850 mAh battery, which is massive. That will actually fulfill the needs of all these extra extra processors that are running in the phone. So which is definitely it will give you a more than a day's battery life if you are using it on a normal usage. And again the phone comes in two different variants. The first one is with Snapdragon 650 processor, a 3GB RAM and a 32GB for 14,999 rupees, and the second variant is a Prime version, which is inbuilt with a Snapdragon 652 processor and a 4GB along with 128GB internal memory, and it comes with a price tag of 19,999. So performance wise, there is no doubt that this phone will excel when compared to its one and only competitor in this price range, which is again the Lenovo Fab 2 Plus. We will be doing an exclusive comparison video of both these phones, wherein we will compare the performance, looks, the camera performance and the processor performance of both these phones in a separate video. So for the time being, all we can say is that this phone is somewhere a point above the Lenovo Fab 2 Plus. Now coming to the fingerprint sensor, the fingerprint reader on the back of the Mi Max is accurate, and in my experience it is just hair faster than the one found on the Nexus 6P. So that's pretty good for the price range at which we are getting, and many users will definitely appreciate the added convenience when securing their phones with the fingerprint sensor. Now Mi company is well known for its innovation with its fingerprint sensors. For example, take the latest Mi5, where it is coming up with the fingerprint sensors that are embedded within this screen. So that's like under the glass ultrasonic fingerprint reader in the front. So when you look at the technological developments, Mi has come a long way in developing this kind of fast fingerprint sensor when we compare to the previous versions of the Mi phones. So if I am required to give a verdict on just this fingerprint scanner of this phone, I would put it in a nutshell, stating that this fingerprint sensor won't be definitely disappointing you. You will be impressed by its performance and speed. Now coming to the next important feature of the phone is the camera. The Xiaomi Mi Max is equipped with a very capable 16 megapixel f2.0 rear camera with a dual LED flash. Now after taking a closer look at the sample images, it seems like the Mi Max camera is one of the best we have seen at this price point. Especially when we are getting a poor quality cameras with other phones that are in the same price range. Now the images come out very much sharp and detailed, and with visually pleasing color reproduction and great dynamic range. The camera is far from perfect, but however it is impressive. The autofocus is remarkably slow and finicky, and even when holding the device and the subject still, the Mi Max would slightly miss focus somewhere here or the other. So that was our brief review on the Mi Max, the 6-inch offering from Xiaomi. Please do give a thumbs up for this video, comment on this video and share this video, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel, because we will be coming up with much more interesting comparison videos and in-depth review videos. Stay tuned to our channel for more info.